And can you buy no drift of conference? Get from him why he puts in this confusion. Gritting so harshly all his days of quiet with turbulent and dangerous lunacy?
He does confess he feels himself distracted, but from what cause he will by no means speaks.
Nor do we find him forward to be sounded, but with a crafty madness keeps aloof, when we would bring him on to some confession of his true state,
Did he receive you well?
Most like a gentleman.
but with much forcing of his own disposition.
Look out of question, or of our demand, most free in his reply.
Did you essay him to any pastime?
Madame, it's so far out that certain players we are out on the way of this we told him. And there did seem in him a kind of joy. To hear of it, there about the court, and as I think, they have already ordered this night to play before him.
'Tis most true, and he beseeched me to entreat your majesties to hear and see the matter.
With all my heart, and it doth much content me to hear him so inclined. Good gentlemen, give him a further aid, and put his purpose unto this delight.
We shall, my lord.
Sweet Gertrude, leave us too, for we have closely sent for Hamlet either, that he, as twere by accident, may hear from Ophelia. Her father and myself, lawful as born, will so vestal ourselves that, seeing unseen, we may of their encounter frankly judge, and gather by him as he is behaved, if it be affection of his love, or no that does he suffers for.
I shall obey you, and for your part, Ophelia, I do wish that your good beauties be the happy cause of Hamlet's wildness. So shall I hope your virtues will bring him to his wonted way again, to both your honors.
Madame, I wish it may.
Ophelia, walk you here. Gracious, so please you, we bestow ourselves. Read on this book, that show of such an exercise may color your loneliness. We are oft to blame in this, 'tis too much proved, that with devotion's visage. What's the line? And pious action, we do sugar over the devil himself.
Oh, 'tis too true. How smile or lash that speech doth give my conscience. The hollow cheek, beautified with plastering art, is not more ugly to the thing that helps it, than is my deed to most painted word. Oh, heavy burden.
He's coming. Let's withdraw, my lord. You know what to do.
To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether it is nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against the sea of troubles, and by opposing end it, to die, to sleep, no more, and by a sleep to say we end the heartache and 1,000 natural shocks that flesh is heir to. This is a consummation devoutly to be wished. To die, to sleep, perchance to dream, aye, there's the rub. For in the sleep of death, what dreams may come, when we have shuffled up this mortal coil, must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life. For who will bear the whiskey and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely, the pangs of disbright's love, the law's delay, the insolence of office, and the spurns that patient merit of the unworthy takes, when he himself might his quietus make with the bare bodkin? Who will fardel spare to grunt and sweat under a weary life, but that the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country, from whose spore no traveler returns, puzzles the will, and makes us rather bear those ills we have than fight to others that we know not of. Thus conscience does make us coward of us all, and thus the native hue of resolution is sickled o'er with pale cast of thought. The enterprises of great pith and moment, with disregard their currents turns awry, and lose the name of action. Soft you now the fair Ophelia. Nymph, in thy horizons, be all my sins remembered.
Good, my lord. How does your honor for this many a day?
I humbly thank you. Well.
My lord, I have remembrance of yours that I have long to redeliver. I pray you now, receive them.
No, not I never gave you aught.
My honor, lord, you know right well you did, and with them the words of so sweet breath composed as made the thing more rich. Their perfumes, lord. Take this again, for to the noble mind, rich give wax poor when givers prove unkind. There, my lord.
Are you honest?
My lord,
Are you fair?
what mean your lordship?
That you be honest and fair, your honesty should admit no discourse to your beauty.
Could beauty, my lord, have a better commerce than with honesty?
Aye, truly for the power of beauty will sooner transform honesty from what it is to bought than the force of honesty can translate beauty into its likeness. This was sometime a paradox, but now the time gives it proof. I did love you once.
Indeed, my lord, you made me believe so.
Well, you shouldn't believe me, for virtue cannot so inculcate our old stock, but we shall relish of it. I loved you not.
I was the more deceived.
Get thee to a nunnery. Why wouldst thou brother of sinners? I am myself indifferent honest, but yet I could accuse me of such things that if it were better my mother had not borne me. I am very proud, revengeful, ambitious, with more offenses at my back than I have thoughts to put them in, imaginations to give them shape, or time to act them in. What would such fellows as I do, crawling between each earth and heaven? We are alright knaves, all, believe none of us. Go thy ways to another. Where's your father?
At home, my lord.
Then let the doors be shut upon him, that he may play the fool nowhere but in his own house.
Oh, help him, your sweet heavens.
If thou marry, I'll give this plate for thy dowry. Thou as be chaste as ice, as pure as snow, thou shalt not escape Camry. Get thee to a nunnery, go, farewell, or if thou dost marry, marry a fool. For wise men know well enough what monsters you make of them. To a nunnery go, and quickly too. Farewell.
Heavenly power, restore him.
I have heard of your paintings well enough. God has given you one face and you make yourself another. You jig and you amble. You list your nicknames God's creatures and you make your wantonness your ignorance. Go to. I'll know her on how make me mad. I'll say we have no more marriages. Though that are married already, but all one shall live. The rest shall keep as they are. To a nunnery, go.
Oh, what a noble mind is there overthrown. The courtiers, soldiers, scholars, eye-tongue sword, the expectancy and rose of the fair estate, the glass of fashion and the mode of form. The observe of all observer, quiet down, and I of lady most deject and witch, that I suck the honey of his music vows. Now, see the noble and most sovereign reason, like a sweet bell jangle, out of tune and harsh, that unmatched form and feature of born youth. Bless the ecstasy, oh wow is me, to have seen what I have seen, see what I see.
Love? His affections do not that wake him, nor what he said, though it lacked from a little, was not like madness. There is something in his soul, or watch his melancholy system brought. And I do doubt the hatch and this close will be some danger, which for to prevent, I have in quick determination. Thus set it down, he shall with speed to England, for the demand of our neglected tribute. Happily the seas and countries different, with variable objects shall expel. There's something settled matter in his heart, where son his brain still beating puts on his thoughts from fashion of himself. What think you on it?
It shall do well, but yet do I believe the origin and the commencement of his grief sprung from neglected love. How now, Ophelia? You need not tell us what Lord Hamlet said. We heard it all. My lord, do as you please. But if you hold a fit, after the play, let his queen mother all alone entreat him. Let her be round with him, and I'll be placed, so please you, in the year of all their conference. If she find him not, to England send him or confine him, where your wisdom best shall think.
It shall be so. Madness in great ones must not unwashed go.